Why, hello there, and a happy St. Patrick's Day to you. It's Monday night, and here's what happened. But first, a challenge for you out drinking. When I was a kid, my dad's friend's mother was from Ireland, and when she would think that the boys were drunk, she would make them say, "A brick brack broke, you know it." And if they could say it, that would prove that they weren't too drunk. And so I'm going to challenge you to use that tonight if you're going out. In other news, Trump made his first address as the official chairman of the Kennedy Center to the board of Kennedy Center and suggested that they shut down some of the rehearsal studios and black box theater spaces because they don't have windows. In Texas, we're back to calling midwives witches, with Attorney General Ken Paxton claiming that midwives should be investigated because they are probably just providing a bunch of abortions all the time. So if you're in Texas, make sure you check out Isaiah Martin, who just launched his campaign to run for office in Texas' 18th district. He's been a TikToker for the last couple of years, and he does great political explainers. We would be very lucky to have him in office, somebody who knows how to communicate normally with the people. Imagine that. Experts are now fearing, with the cuts that the Trump administration plans to make or has already made to Medicaid, that we may put ourselves back into a street opioid epidemic. No doubt thanks to the 2 videos I made today exposing Peter Thiel's funding of the Pay to Pray Catholic app Hallow, I am now getting advertisements for a baby Jesus stuffy. Also worth checking out the Working Families Party. MAGA became successful because they built a movement on top of the Republican Party and then took over the Republican Party. And that's what Working Family is doing, but on the left. They are building a progressive caucus on top of the Democratic Party, so eventually, once they get enough support, they can take over as the predominant messenger. We don't have to start a progressive movement from scratch. The Working Families Party operates in 28 states. They've been around for decades, and they have a really good plan. So if you've been feeling really annoyed with the Democrats lately, you might want to check out Working Families Party. That'll do it for today. Remember to tune in to the American Fever Dream podcast. A new episode drops tomorrow morning. It will feature Carlos Eduardo Espina talking about what's going on with immigration. And also, Sammy breaks down the book that Facebook and Meta do not want you to read. It's called Careless People, and it exposes the sort of early days of Facebook and the truth about Mark Zuckerberg. So make sure you go follow American Fever Dream podcast now so that it'll be in your queue when you are driving to work tomorrow, or when you decide that you're done working for the day and you just want to fuck off around 2 p.m. and start listening to the podcast. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.